Hello students, welcome to the channel Edifying Kids. Today we are going to learn English, class 7th, unit 1, 1.4, The King's Choice. Students, if you haven't subscribed the channel, please subscribe it now and do share with your friends so that you will get regular notifications. The King's Choice, this lesson is taken from Folktales Retold written by Shankar. The characters in the story are a lion, a fox, a leopard, a vulture and a camel. Here lion was king of the jungle, king of the forest. Fox was his advisor, leopard was his bodyguard, vulture was his messenger. Okay, and this lesson teaches us lessons on the loyalty and friendship. So students, let's start the story. The King's Choice. There was once a lion who was king of the forest. He was big and strong and very fierce. Now here, lion was the king of the forest and he was very big, strong and very fierce. Fierce means what? Very powerful, physically powerful, aggressive and very strong. All the other animals in the forest called him king. They brought him gifts from every corner of the forest, and other animals in the forest, they called him king and they brought gifts for him. But the more the lion had, the more he wanted. Here lion was very greedy. He wanted more and more. Lion must have a coat, he said to himself one day. One day lion said to himself that I must have a coat. He called a fox to his side. You are known to be wise and clever creature, fox, said the lion. I want you to be my advisor. And then he called fox and he said that you are very clever creature and you are very wise, so you should be my advisor. Thank you, your majesty, said the fox, bowing low. Bowing low means what? Acting in a humble way. The lion next called leopard to his side. You are known to be watchful and swift of foot, leopard. I want you be my bodyguard. And second time he called the leopard and he said that you are very swift of foot. Swift of foot means what? You are very quick in moving and running. So I want you to be my bodyguard. Thank you, your majesty, said leopard, bowing low. Then lion called vulture to his side. You are a bird, vulture, and can fly high. You are to be my messenger. And then lion called vulture and said that you are a bird and you can fly very high in the sky. That's why you are to be my messenger. Okay. Thank you, your majesty, said the vulture, bowing low. The fox, the vulture and the leopard took an oath of loyalty to the king. The king promised to give them food and protection. Oath of loyalty means what? A formal promise to be loyal to somebody or something. Now here each of the animal agreed to be loyal and fulfill their responsibilities. They never oppose the king but obeys the king's every now and then, or obeys the king's every request. Okay. In return, the king also promised. What king promised? That to give them food and protection. For some time all went well in the court of the Lion King. The three courtiers never opposed the king. Oppose means disagree with. They never disagree the king. His wishes were low. Whenever he roared, they stood in away. Whenever he took the walk, they followed him. When the Lion King went hunting, they found the animals for him to kill, and after he had his meal, he left the remains for them, so they always had enough to eat. In this way, everything was going smoothly. when the lion went for hunting, all his courtiers, all three animals went with him, and after finishing the lion's meal, whatever remained left, all the animals ate those, and they always had enough to eat. Now, one day the vulture came back from a flight. "Your Majesty, have you ever eaten a camel?" he asked. "It is very tasty. I ate it once in the desert." Now one day what happened? Vulture came back, and what he told to the lion that I have saw one animal. Which animal? Camel. And he asked the king that, "Have you ever eaten a camel? It is very tasty. I ate once in the desert." The lion had never seen a camel, but he liked the idea of trying camel's meat. Now here, lion had never seen a camel. Why? Lion never had seen the camel? Because lion lived in the forest and the camel in the desert, and the lion had never been to the desert. Hence, he had never seen a camel. But the lion liked the idea of trying camel's meat. "But where can we get a camel?" he asked. "There is a desert some miles away," said the vulture. "I was flying over it when I saw a lone camel not far away. It looked big and fat." The lion looked at his other advisors. They were wise and experienced. He wanted their opinion. Now the fox and the leopard did not know the desert, but they did not want the vulture to seem wiser than them. That's why, so they said, since it was the vulture's idea, he should lead the way. Early next morning, the lion and his court started off on the camel hunt. In this way, they started going to the camel's hunt. They reached the edge of the desert easily, but after they left the shelter of the forest, the day became very hot. The sun shone down with a fire hot rays, and they left the forest and they went at the edge of the desert. High up in the cooler air, the vulture flew, and it was very hot days, and that's why the vulture flew away high up in the cooler air. "Hurry along," he called. "The camel is not far off." But the lion could not hurry anymore. Why? Because the sand was very hot. The hot sand had burned his paws. He could go no further, and it was very difficult to the camel to walk because the sand was very hot. "Stop," he shouted to the others. "Let us go back to the forest. I do not care to try camel meat." And he shouted at other animals that, "Stop, we should go back now. I don't want to eat camel's meat." The Lion King's advisors were frightened. The forest was far behind them, and they did not know how to get the lion back home. And now all the animals and the lion, they all were in the middle of the desert now, and the forest was also very far away behind. And how to go now? The leopard wanted to run away. The vulture wanted to watch and wait and eat the lion later on. But the clever fox thought of a plan. Off into the desert he ran, saying, "I will bring some help." And in this way, the clever fox went in the desert, ran away, and what he said, "I will bring some help." After running for some time, the fox found the camel. The camel was indeed surprised to see him, and after running far away in the desert, a fox came to near the camel, and when the camel saw the fox, he was also surprised to see the fox. "Hurry up, friend camel," said the fox. "Our king wants you at once." And he said to the camel that, "Hurry up, camel, my friend, come on, our king wants to wants you at once." "Your king?" said the camel. "Who is that?" "I do not know any king. I only know my master, for whom I carry goods across the desert." And camel said, "Your king? Who is your king?" "I don't know. I know only my master, to whom I am working." "Our king the lion has killed your master," said the fox. "Now you are free, and the lion has invited you to live at his court. Come alone." And the fox said that, "Your master was killed by my king, lion, and now you are free, so come with us and live with us at our court." The camel followed the fox. When the fox and the camel reached the lion's camp, the vulture and the leopard were surprised to see both of them. Even the lion looked pleased in spite of his burned paws. And camel also became very happy. The camel was presented to the king. He agreed to serve the lion in return for a home at his court. "Get on the camel's back, your majesty," said fox. "We will return home now." The lion at once jumped onto the camel's back. His courtiers, the fox, the leopard, jumped up behind him, and with the vulture flying ahead as a guide, they set off on the long journey back to the forest. In this way, all the animals with the camel, they came into the forest. When the travelers reached the forest, they were all tired and very hungry. The fox and the leopard and the vulture looked at the camel. Then they looked at each other and smiled hungry smiles. And they all were very much tired and also hungry. And when they came at that time, the fox, the leopard, and vultures looked at each other because they wanted to eat camel, and that's why they smiled. They had brought the camel for the king's dinner. Now it was time for the feast. The Lion King knew that his courtiers were thinking, and the lion knew everything about his courtiers, all three animals. He called the camel to him. "Friend camel," he said, "I have to thank you for saving my life. You are welcome to live at my court as long as you like. I promise you my protection." And lion came to know what is going on in the mind of his courtiers. Then he called the camel and he said that to the camel, "Thank you for saving my life, and I will give you the promise that I will give you the protection in my court. You live in my court as long as you like." The lion's courtiers were shocked. Had they not risked their lives so that he could try camel's meat? And the king wanted to let the camel live. The courtiers were not pleased with his decision, yet they could do nothing. They were very disappointed, all the animals, but they can't do anything. Now the lion's paws were so badly burnt that he could not go for hunting. But that he did not keep him from growing very hungry indeed. "Fox, leopard, vulture," he shouted, "don't you see that I am ill and hungry? Go and get me some food." Then he called all of them, fox, leopard, and vulture, and he shouted at them, "You don't see that I am very hungry? Go and get me some food." The courtiers had to obey the king. So out they went, but they did not go far. They sat down in a safe place and discussed what they could do. They had to obey the king's order, but they went out, but they did not went for hunting. They sat on one safe place and they started discussing what should be done now. "I know," said the fox after a while. "We shall make the camel ask to be eaten." He told the others of his plan. They all agreed. So back they went to the king. So Fox had some plan, idea. He told other two of them, and they also agreed with the fox, and they went to the king. First the vulture stepped forward. "Your Majesty," he said, bowing low. We have found no food, but we can't let your majesty suffer. I am a poor creature, eat me. In this way, first the vulture stepped forward and he told to the camel that we haven't found any food, so you can eat me. The fox pushed the vulture aside. I have more meat on me, he cried. Eat me, your majesty. Then fox pushed the vulture aside and he came forward and he said that, what he said? I have more meat on me. That's why you eat me. Now the leopard rushed forward. I am not much good, he cried, but I could make a meal for the king, so eat me. The camel listened to all these offers. He must do as much, he thought. And camel was standing near. He was standing near the lion. He was listening everything, all the offers. That's why he thought that I should do something now. Then he said, Your Majesty, I too am willing to give my life for you. Please eat me instead of these old friends of yours, who will be more useful than I am. And the camel said, I am a new friend, and these all are your old friends, so don't eat them. Eat me. This was what the fox, the leopard, and the vulture were waiting for. And same thing, this vulture, fox, and leopard want. They prepared to jump at the camel, but the lion stopped them. You are all good and loyal subjects, he said. Lion said that you all are very good and very loyal. My heart is touched by your offers. I am very happy. I accept them all. I shall eat you in order in which you offered yourself. So, this lion was very clever, and he said that, okay, I am very happy and I accept all your orders and I will eat you. I shall eat you in order in which you offered yourself. Then the vulture, the fox, and the leopard were shocked. Away flew the vulture. Away ran the fox and the leopard. They were never seen in the forest again. The lion laughed to see them go. Then he turned to the camel and said, You have been loyal and good. You shall be my friend as long as we are alive. So, here why the lion laughed? Because the lion lion was laughed at them. Because what happened? The lion laughed to see the courtiers go, because he had not actually meant to kill them. He had merely wishes to show them that he had seen through their plan. He laughed at their foolishness. Okay? The lion was happy and grateful. The lion thought to himself, to be king is good, but to be kind is better. Correct? So, students, this story teaches us lesson on loyalty and friendship. I hope you have enjoyed the story and will inculcate the values in your life. Remember the sentence. Which sentence? To be king is a good, but to be kind is better.